great surprise ever since I looked in your eyes. I had one question for you. Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I wanna make it good for you. 'Cause you blow my mind. I promise, boy, that I'll be true. You're the perfect find, so tell me if you want me to. Yeah. If you wanna sleep on this, boy, you're wrong. 'Cause all I dream about is our first kiss. And you're the first one to make me feel like this. And this is one opportunity that I can't miss. No, you wanna know the deal. You are wondering if the words I'm saying are for real. 'Cause you got more appeal than any man in this whole world. And baby, I got to know how you feel. Yeah. Tell me if you want me to give you all my time. I wanna make it good for you. 'Cause you blow my mind. I promise, boy, that I'll be true. You're the perfect find, so tell me if you want me to. Sweetheart, now it's time I let you know. I don't wanna rush. We should take it slow. Boy, I can love you. Can you help me grow? Give me a new beginning. Oh, baby, yeah. So, oh, my love, please tell me if you want me to. I want you to. I want you to. I wanna make it good. I wanna make it good to you, baby.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Joe Blake here with the Virtual Book Club. All right, we're here with the Virtual Book Club. We're going to share some great information with you. I already sent some information out. Hopefully, you guys got it on social media. So we'll talk about that towards the end. And, I'm always excited about life itself. I'm just like that. I'm down, but hey, that's part of life, too. Hey. So today I have some information, and we're always sharing things that do our best to lift us up. Sometimes things kind of get to the side, but we just roll with it. All right. So today I'm going to share my screen. Let's get it right here. Get it. Book club. Quick, fast, and boom. There we are. Fabulous book club there. You got Booktown, Funky Town there, Booktown down there. All right. So today, Still reading from a book, the Book of Influence. There's a collection of authors that came together and shared information about how things in life influences themselves. Many authors in this book, and I'm going from the beginning of the book to the end. I'm not going through every author, but I skip through some authors. But I look at things in the book and I read through them and how some of the titles influence me and some of the information the author shares grab a hold of me too, and then I share with you guys. At the same time, let me see if I put this in the chat here. Hopefully I didn't make sure I copied over. Let's see, boom. In the chat on Facebook, I put a link here where put it on my Facebook page. Boom, there you go. So if you're on Facebook and on my author's page, Dr. Joseph Blake Jr., I put a link there, and then I'm also putting one out on YouTube, and boom, there it is as well on YouTube. If you want to jump on and provide your 2 cents worth, and at the same time share, you can too. So there it is. You can go in there, just log in there, and you can join us here and provide insights. You have the book as well. You can get it from Zoom. You can get it from Amazon.com, download it and everything. Provide your 2 cents as well. All right, so the author we're talking about in the book today, Bonnie Lyracy, and you know what? Now, we'll talk about her later. Let's just go about what she wrote about. She shared a story about how she had lost her husband. She married her husband, loved her life, and she lost him in 2021. And sometimes those things, when you have a major influence in your life, love of your life, it could be some other things, something that you lost, something that you had, and you lost it. And you look at those points in your life and how they changed you dramatically. Last week I talked about how I lost my mom and how that changed me dramatically. Another thing that I lost in my life was my career as a firefighter. Man, I loved being a firefighter. It was a tremendous joy for me. And I wasn't able to do it again because of these bad boys right here. Hearing aids. Couldn't hear. I take it back. I can hear, but I didn't know where the sound was coming from. You know, somebody over here on the south side of the building screaming, help me. And I'm like, here I come to save the day. And I'm heading down to the south. Well, they over there in the south screaming. And I'm heading to the north of the building, which is the other direction. That really ain't going to help nobody. I'm going the opposite direction. So that person's going to be down there, to their demise. And I'm going the other way. So I was like, that is not cool. So I had to change that. But I couldn't do it anymore. So it was great loss for me. So she mentioned that it can take a great loss or a change to cause us to evolve and become who we need to be. So sometimes, when we have that great loss or that great change, we think it's over. Sometimes you can think that it's over. Oh, I can't do anything now. I mean, this is what I was. Sometimes we think that's what you do is who you are, and what you do is just what you do. Who you are is what God made you. Who He made you to be. That child of God. What you do is out of the love in your heart and what the gift that He gave you. So being that firefighter was just that gift He gave me at that time, and now that time was over, I had a new assignment, and while what you're doing may be great, He has something else that's greater for you later. And I was like, oh man, because while I was being a firefighter, I said, man, when I turn 50, I don't think I want to be jumping up and down on these trucks for one, because I was like having a blast when I was young. I said, when I'm 50, nope, not doing it. And I was like, I better figure out something else I'm going to do just in case. So I started. I was thinking I had to do something totally outside of firefighting and do something totally out. And I don't know why I chose finance, but just one of them things just happened. Well, He knew. And I got into something totally different, thinking I would do that after I retired. Lo and behold, that happened before. And God gave me something else. Something what He knew I needed to become. and right after that, right in line with it. So it was in my great loss and that great change. It helped me evolve to do something totally different, and it's been. I like what I turned out to be. I'm not perfect, not the greatest. Got my own issues, but man, I like what I turned out to be. Like when my kids turned out, them cats are just rolling. You know, I love my babies, man. I mean, that talking about the building those heartstrings and through true authenticity, man. You know, I look at it and I say, well, at least I did something. My babies did something. I'm good to go. That's what I see. And my kids are not babies. You know what I'm saying? They're in their mid 30s, but you know, they're still my babies. You know what I'm saying? They'll always be my babies. You know. Now, you guys are like that. You got baby kids too, right? All right. So the first thing was that in great loss or change, you tend to evolve and become the person who you need to be. All right. Next thing she mentioned, everything is a choice. So you got to stay aware of things that happen to you in your life. Stay aware of things that's happening around you, happening around you, through you, and then also things that happen to you. So you gotta be aware of those things, and sometimes, oh man, sometimes they're not. You may feel they're not good to you. You're on a job, you're in one position, and then Fanny, Susie may not like you. Then Susie may find her way to demote you, and then Susie may that feels bad when you're in one position, they demote you back, and the next thing you know, you're getting pushed to another side over there. But all the things that they do to you, happen. It has happened to you, but it's still working for you because in the end, you end up being in a better position. So no matter what people, as long as you have your God on your side, nothing that anybody does to you will hurt you. You just got to do your part, and then it works out in the end. I can't tell exactly how it's going to work for you, but I just know it does. It works out for you in the end. But you have a choice. You have a choice to either act or react. There's a reaction and then action that you take. Action is when you stop think about it, have different options to choose from, then you make a choice. That's an action. Reaction is, they did this to me. That's a reaction. We act like a nutcase, flipping and flaring, flipping up and down, rolling on the ground. That's a reaction where you let your emotions get the hold of you. Now, sometimes you do it, but it's best to have an action. Say, okay, I'm going to stop, think about this thing, what I'm going to do first, and then go from there. So that way, when you stop and think about it, you have a plan of action of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and why you're going to do it. So that's the best way. Not the only way, but it's the best way. All right. So now, the next thing she mentioned is that, if you're transparent with people, you're communicating your authenticity. Hopefully, when you do it, you're helping them with their authenticity too. And you're not really doing that to do that, but it should help them be authentic. You're helping them to be real. If you're being real and you're sharing your realness with someone else, hopefully they tend to be real with you. But then there's sometimes some people just sit back and they will just be as arrogant as all arrogant can be. You're saying, okay, I jacked this up. I'm not perfect, but I know, hey, and maybe you can learn from it, something like that. And they won't tell you that they know they jacked up. They will sit right on their butt in front of you. Oh no, I've never done. Oh no, knowing inside, dang on well they did something, said something, or act a certain way, and they know they foul on the inside, won't say nothing. That type of person is, but they're just that way. But somewhere along the line, it's inside. They'll. It always comes around. It always circles around. But you have to be authentic with yourself. You have to be authentic with who you are. You be who you are. Don't worry about them. You be authentic. When you're authentic with yourself, the peace comes in. The peace comes in. The serenity comes in. Because you can only do what you can do. You can't push anyone else to do anything else. But when they see you being true. At some point, somewhere down the line, they're gonna be true later on down the road. But you be you. Don't worry about what anything else anybody else is gonna do. But you just be you. And that's pretty much how she was sharing with herself. The author was telling how she had to be true with herself. The passing of her husband, the passing of not having that rock in her case, that rock in her life. She had to be able to go on without it. I mean, I can just imagine if you lose a spouse, and the spouse is no longer there. Me and my wife been married for 25 years. That's the longest person I've been with outside of my mama. And sometimes, I love my wife, but sometimes you get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure I get on hers, but that's still my girl. She's over in the other room right now in the sewing machines, and I'm over here in my computer. But we still here. But it's just like that. But you grow. 25 years is a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a long time. So you grow together. You hang out together. My daughter was 4 years old when I met her. That's a long time. My baby's 31. So that's a long. That's a long time to spend together with one person. Long time. Anyway, next one. Everything works out in the end. Through all the ups, the downs, the sliding up the road, down the road, around, everything that happens, all the people that come in your life, out of your life, all the people that, takes a dump on your life, and people that give for your life, all the people that take from your life, and then they give it, it all works out in the end. It all works out in the end. And I give out of my heart because I like helping people. I give out of my soul because I like to see people, with enough to win. A lot of that comes from my mother, because I was the original Uber Eats. I think I've shared it with you guys before. When Uber Eats came along, I used to always my mom would make dinner. And I was, okay, run this plate over to this guy. Run this plate over to Miss Johnson over here. And I was like, hey, mama. You got to save some food here for me. Make sure I got some food. Well, we got enough food for you two. Go on and run this plate upstairs to Mr. Marcel. All right, mama. But my mother was a giver like that. And because she gave, it's like natural. I was like, well, if my mother gave, then I got to give too. So, hey, I had to do it. All right, cash flow folks there again. But hey, there's the app. It's download day. Go to Apple. You can download the app there. Just type in actionable, and you'll see it. It'll be the first thing that pops up. Actionable financial literacy. You can download the app. Information that's there is free. Coming soon, there'll be some classes available. That's not going to be free. You're going to be able to attend some classes there. That's going to be intense things there that you will be able to learn, provide some information that's going to help you out. Knowledge is power. You have to access knowledge at a cost. I may be here and give you some fun stuff and everything, but there's some information you need to learn to help you grow, and help you go and get to a position that's going to help you become financially set. And that, my brothers and sisters, you really have to learn. And you're going to have to grow to get there. All right? But it's a great app. Good stuff in there. And then there's going to be loaded with more information. And now I have a directory there with people that I'm already acquainted with in business, where I'm going to refer you. Make sure that they're going to do right by you. because they're my friends and I know them. So when you talk to them, they know that you know that they know Dr. Blake, and Dr. Blake is sending them to you to take care of you the right way. So my directive will be some folks that you can talk to about certain, depending on what their specialty is. You'll be able to talk to them and they'll treat you right because Dr. Blake sent you to them. Okay. All right. So yeah, the app's there. I got an app. It's crazy, man. It's got an app. All right. So that's the day's book club event. I hope everybody had a wonderful time learning some information. Did my best to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And I tell you, I had fun with this because it's about books, about learning. I, I'm a nut about it. I mean, that's right. You don't get to the PhD level if you don't like learning, don't like reading, don't like getting understanding, and then sharing it. That's all about me. So with that, I want to thank you for being here with the book club today. And I hope you learned some heartstring things, think from your heart, be authentic, and and be able to share and learn and know that all things come to those, all good things come to those who love God and called to go into His purpose and understand that, hey, you can do it. All right. So have a wonderful day, and I hope everyone see you next week.